Hi everyone, welcome to you, the Miracle FM Thursday night. And tonight I'm in my new treatment room where I've been working since we had to close the Purple House. I'm available to see clients privately on Wednesdays and Thursdays. I love this room. Maybe I can show you around a little bit. So behind me I have lots of bits and pieces, and here are my Orasoma bottles, and a beautiful painting, the microscope, and lots of other things. Okie doke. And actually it's starting to feel like home a little bit. Hi Marilyn, thanks for tuning in. Sorry, I'll just turn it back. Here we go. So a lot of my sessions these days are also remote healing sessions or coaching, or where I work as, I guess you could say, a profiler, because what I specialize in is tuning into people's subconscious mind and pull out the glitches so that their lives start to work again. That's probably the essence of healing, the healing work that I do. And then I bring in, I should say, the energy that I work with is divine energy, and whatever is needed for the session is allowed to come into the room. So sometimes people's ancestors come in, or spirit guides and healing angels. Everyone comes to the party. So I really love doing my work, and since we closed the Purple House, I've been on a real deep healing journey myself, because the Purple House was my baby for 20 years, and as I started to grow, the Purple House grew, and I had, a team of beautiful people around me. We were all on the same page, and it's been really different for me to just be working from home, and it's been good as well. So there's been a real gift in that, because every loss always contains an equal gain or an equal gift, as long as we look for it. And so what's been happening for me, I've just been feeling that I have to go deeper and deeper and deeper inside myself and connect with the force that drives me, and so that I have clarity about where I want to be going, which I actually don't know yet what it is. So I'm just staying in the mystery for the time being. Today I had a really busy day, and I've really enjoyed it, and I just want to make it clear again that I always respect everyone's healing journey. So if people need chemotherapy, I definitely support that person in their journey with chemotherapy. If people want to bring in psychiatrist or psychologist, or they need medication or other drugs, I'm here to support that person in every which way, because to me, healing is much more than getting over your pain or getting over your physical hurdles or whatever. Healing, the essence of healing to me, is really remembering who you are on all levels and dimensions, so that you can fulfill your highest timeline, your highest soul purpose. And in a sense, I'm doing that right now as well, because I have less distractions. I don't have alchemy, I don't have the Purple House, my children are full grown up. I literally have never been so quiet in my entire life, and I'm actually really falling in love with the feeling of that. So tonight I want to talk a little bit about healing, and then I'm going to share with you a powerful kind of prayer or request that I got from Dr. Christian, I forget the name, Chris Northrup. I've been following her. She's an older doctor who's been around the same age as all the greats like Bruce Lipton and so on, all those people, that age group. So she's been around for a long, long time, and I've been enjoying her level of maturity, how she approaches the whole pandemic and so on. So I will put that in the link. This is a prayer that we can do in a minute to help you connect to divine energy to divine loving energy. So healing is remembering who you are. That also means rearranging your memories, because somewhere along the line we've forgotten who we truly are, and that healing is actually open and accessible to everyone. The more we remember who we are, the bottom line of who we are, the deeper we can heal ourselves, the more easy it is for us to overcome our challenges. Of course, I had to learn that the hard way when I was hit by a truck in 2006, when I was 43, and thrown in the deep end. So thankfully I had already been healing for a number of years, and because I was like tremendously damaged physically, with my back was broken in many places, and my pelvis was shattered. I had a closed head injury. All my soft tissues on the inside were bleeding. I was basically pulp, and yet I survived, and I'm doing really well. Like, people can't believe that I had such a severe accident. But I'm here to tell you that you can do the same, and that you can trust in your body, right? When push comes to shove, in the end, all you have is your body by your side, your subconscious mind, that needs to heal you. So even if you choose the path of chemotherapy or antibiotics or vaccinations or whatever, it's still in the end your own body, your own your subconscious mind that's doing the healing, and all the rest that you put in your body is simply there to trigger your immune system, to activate your immune system. People think that it's an outside substance that can heal you, but it's actually not really the case. It's your own inner wisdom. If you only knew how wise you are and how powerful you are, you would be trusting your body more. So this is how I see it. Life gets in the way, and we're born as beautiful, innocent, pure babies, like a bundle of light, a bundle of love and wisdom, close to God. And then life happens. So let's say these days people get vaccinated straight away, that's an injury, and then all our senses are assaulted and bombarded, and a lot of people probably don't end up in a loving environment. Actually 60% of humanity is unwanted, apparently. So we get all those stresses, and what happens after a very short period of time, we've become disconnected already from the memory that we are divine beings from God. A baby is fresh from God. You would never say that a baby is from anywhere else other than from God or the Creator. And that actually doesn't change just because now we're 30 or 40 or 50. So we have to start connecting with that again, and remembering that we are spirit expressed through a body, or spirit in an alien suit, you could say. We are actually spirit here to express divine love even. And when you see people doing terrible things, so it does happen that people commit terrible crimes or bad behaviors, that simply means they've become disconnected from their true self, and they need to find themselves again. So everyone can heal. We can all heal from injuries. We can all heal from rejection and abandonment, and from our emotional pains, and from some pains are worse than others, like betrayal or exploited or abuse or willful abuse at the hands of people who are meant to be loving us. Everything can be healed, because I deal with that every day that I work with my clients, and I've seen people turn their lives around very, very quickly. So divine energy flows through you, the same as it flows through me, because the universe is basically a sea of divine energy, nothing else. It's like, yeah, so I'll just keep it simple. And so we need to learn to connect with that again, and that's a journey, right? So you can't just plug yourself into a PowerPoint like you do to your phone and recharge, although you can do that during meditation, and when you're out in nature and so on. And I guess the journey is for us to become more trusting, and trusting in yourself, trusting in the machinery of your subconscious mind, which keeps your hair growing and your nails and looks after you when you're asleep. Just letting go of that control and getting out of your own way. So first of all, we need to restore trust in ourselves, so that we know we don't need any outside remedies or outside forces. We can literally, ideally, ask our bodies to heal itself. And then also trust in the universe or God, whatever you like to call it, trust in the divine energy. The divine energy is like a force field that's like, people can't even describe it. That's how powerful it is. So you can also call that unconditional love. And that literally has the power to restore DNA, like all the way into the deepest parts of us. So I would love for everyone, in my ideal world, I would love for everyone to trust in their bodies again, and to have confidence in their body again, and to trust in nature, and to have confidence in God or in the divine flow, be in alignment. So spend more time being in alignment with the divine creator, and so that all that beautiful, powerful energy starts to flow through you. So what stops the flow is memories of trauma, like traumas blocked in the unconscious mind, that they just don't go out of the way. They're sitting there, and then that flow comes in, and it gets a bit squashed in there. And that's when we get problems in our life. So in our body or in our relationship, that's how we start suffer and all the rest, and have pain. So in today's world, I guess this is what I've been thinking about all week, because there's so much hype out there to get vaccines or to be safe, because we're not safe, because we can't trust our bodies, because we might get the flu and die, we might pass the flu on to other people and they might die, and all the rest. I just want you to, I'm here to reassure you that it doesn't have to be like that. Don't buy into that. Whoever is telling you all that needs you, because they're trying to sell this to you. So when a person wants to sell something to you, they need you because they want you to buy it, because it gives them power, right? So stop selling yourself out, and just step back when you feel bombarded like that and you feel fear come up. I'm just going to say, put your hand on your heart, so like there, where I've got it now. You can do that now. As soon as you put your hand on your chest, the brain already starts to quieten down, because fear comes from here. Fear doesn't come from your heart, because your heart is like the massive conductor of universal love or divine love, and a fear doesn't really come from there. So just breathe into your heart even while you're listening to me now, and listen with your heart. I'm going to invite you to listen with your heart, and just allow your brain to go on a bit of a holiday. The brain is really just meant to be the manager. The brain is meant to be the servant, and your heart is meant to be the master. But we sell ourselves out. We become slaves to our mind, to the brain, and it really starts to run amok and go crazy. And like, our brain prides itself to be logical, but when you look around you, there's like nothing logical at all about what's happening in the world today, because you hear one thing, then another thing, and it's all to do with control. So control, what's the word? If I see control freaky behaviors in my client, they have control issues. That means that when they were children, at some point in their childhood, things were chaotic and things were out of control, and that person now has so much fear that he or she never wants to go back to that sort of circumstance. So they've become control freaks. So why is our government at the moment showing control freaky behavior, and it's trying to control everything for us when we don't need it? By the way, it's actually a sign maybe that, well, the government needs healing. All our institutions need healing. all our institutions across the whole board, like the school system needs healing, the health system needs healing, the whole world needs healing, Mother Earth needs healing, but she's doing it anyway. We don't need to do that for her. I think our focus. And how can we do that? By starting with self, with me, right? Healing our own fear, remembering I'm a divine being from God. I'm worthy of perfect health. I'm worthy of happiness. I'm worthy of respect. I'm a sovereign being. And if I don't want it, nobody can force that into me. So the healing journey is remembering who you are and also remembering what the end goal is. So the end goal of healing is actually much more than clearing physical pain. The end goal is for you to remember, I am a sovereign being. I'm a sacred being. I'm of divine worth. I can heal myself if I choose to go on that healing path. It's my choice, right? That means nobody can put things down your throat against your wishes, because your intentions are to be at one with your higher self. And if we all do that, the world will start to enjoy the most beautiful peace and harmony, and everyone can thrive. So this is my big spiel. I've been thinking about this all week, because we don't heal ourselves or the world or the planet by resisting what's going on, because what you resist persists. And going from the third dimension, our third dimension, which is what Earth plane is on at the moment, to fifth dimension, which is what's happening, the journey we're doing right now. The fifth dimension is actually, we approach everything from a point of unconditional love, because we're completely unified with everyone. We don't just know that we are interconnected, that I'm connected to you and you connected to the trees and the animals and everything, the stars. You actually come to realize that you are interconnectedness. So that's the fifth dimension. And you don't want to harm anything. You're here to heal and promote harmony to everyone. So that's what we're heading into. So I want you to have a little bit of an experience now of just tuning in to your own beautiful essence, and whether you believe it or not, it doesn't matter at all, because energy has its own wisdom. And so basically you're a soul or a spirit that's really, really big, like, I'll just, to give you an example, bigger than your house, and your body is floating around inside your soul. So you're much more than what you're actually seeing and witnessing at the moment. So just close your eyes, put your hands together. And now I have this special request that I got from Dr. Northrup. And so I'll read this out to you. But you can just close your eyes, put your left and right hand together. That means your left and right brain are open and receiving and integrating this request with your whole being. So I'll read it out, and it goes like this. I acknowledge this global pandemic and the players who have created it, and I ask that our higher selves, our true nature, our hearts, our divine power, now dissolve anything and everything that's not in the highest purpose for humanity and for our beautiful planet to flourish and become healthy beyond anything we can possibly imagine. I thought that was a beautiful prayer or a beautiful request. And I'll write it in the notes so you can maybe learn it. And I'll also put in the link where she got it from. So she got that prayer from a chemical engineer who, after a successful career, studied energy medicine. So he was told by God or the divine to study energy medicine, which is my field of expertise. And he discovered that divine love and divine energy is the most healing energy in the whole universe, which of course it is, and it's flowing through you right now as you're listening to me. So Oh yeah, and then you have to put in according to the creator's will. So like according to God's will or the creator's will or the universal law or will, right? Because um, there is God. You could also say that's the force of infinite intelligence. It has a plan. Everything is in order. And when I had my accident, and I knew I had a near-death experience anyway but when I came back, I realized that if I resist any of this, if I feel sorry for myself, if I ask why me, if I question why this is happening, I'll die. So all I could do was surrender to the circumstances, and within that circumstance, within my body, I just actually stopped questioning and trusted. I had to just, that's all I could do, was put my trust in this healing power, the divine power, and I could feel it working in my body every day. So every day I got closer, I got further away from death, right? So first I could feel my liver was healing, I could feel the bleeding stop, I could feel my bones heal, and so on. So our body, your subconscious mind has the blueprint for perfect health, and it works with God's power or the divine power to create health for you every day, every minute of the day, every second of the day. So I'd love for you to start trusting that again. So just come home into your body and feel beautiful calm and peace and feel comfortable. So another thing that I want to remind you of, so as part of our healing journey, it's up to you to heal, but at the same time, it is also important that you recognize that source or God or the divine power, of course, is much bigger than you or the universe, and it's your helper, right? It's here to support you when you run out of resources. It's going to supply you with everything that you need. So like when your tank is empty, you can ask the universe or God, whatever you, the God of your belief, and he or she will fill up your tanks again. So you can actually literally keep moving forward. And this is an important thing. So Dr. Northrup, she called this a request, which is just another word for prayer. So a request, if you think of that word, it means I'm doing it again. Quest is for question. So I'm posing a question again, I'm asking again, I'm asking again. And I think we often make the mistake that we give up. We give up too soon. We stop asking, we run out of questions, right? But just ask the same question over and over again. If you feel like it's not working yet, or maybe change the wording, but definitely keep asking for help, and then wait. Also be patient then, because sometimes it takes time for your request to wind its way through the universe and back down, so that you get the answer to your request. So I think that's also really, really important. Don't give up asking, never give up asking. You are so worth it. So once you're on your health journey, every day you find it easier to love yourself. Every day you find it easier to respect yourself. Other people start to respect around you. They start to respect you, and it's so worth it, committing yourself to your own healing journey. And you just fall in love with who you are, which is you start to celebrate your life. You start to celebrate every moment of your life. So just by finishing, I've been talking a lot, but I've just been feeling really passionate about what's going on, and I want to remind you that you are a beautiful divine being. You came to this planet for a purpose. You chose to come at this time, at this stage of the universe. And even if you didn't choose that, that choice was still made. So even if it wasn't you, it was the divine who chose that for you, and you were in agreement with it. So you are here now, and you have an important role to play. So don't let people or outside influences take you away from the love that you are and fill you with fear. And if you feel fearful, just look back through some of my YouTubes on You, the Miracle FM, and there are lots of practices that I've shown people to release that fear from their body. Don't become a slave of fear. Don't become a slave of your brain. Become a slave of your heart. You'll have a happy life. The heart needs to be the master, and it's here to teach you everything, because the heart is always connected to God, to the divine love. And the divine love, like I said, that's the most powerful force field in the whole universe. So if you want to connect to that, you need to constantly drop into your heart and send the manager on a bit of a holiday. You can say to the manager, this is just meant to be the manager in here. You can say, well, I hired you to manage my day, and now you can just stay outside my office for a while I tune into my heart. So you really need to take that manager in hand, otherwise it goes crazy and it starts to do things that we see out in the outside world right now too, with governments making crazy demands on us, which is just a photocopy of what's going on the inside in our body. So if we want to change our government, the main thing is we have to change on the inside first, because we basically photocopy machine, and what we see on the outside is a copy of what's going on in our inner core being. Anyway, so I hope you all find that beautiful place inside your body where it's still and peaceful and calm. Give yourself permission to go out in nature, to do things different, to react different. Step back before you react, that helps. So like if you get triggered, just step back and take a deep breath and tune into yourself, and remember my words, that you're a beautiful being from God. You're here to celebrate your life. You're here to celebrate every cell of your body. And so if you're finding that hard, you can have a little mantra where you just repeat all the time. I'm open to respect. I'm open to dignity. I'm open to healing. I'm open to true love. That's a good one. True love means, it doesn't mean personal love, or it doesn't mean love with an agenda. True love has no agenda. So you can say, I'm open to true love, and so on, and that will already change your chemistry and change your journey. So whatever you're going through at the moment, I feel you, I'm here for you, and I'm seeing you and feeling you, and I am sending you all beautiful, loving energy. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.